Food insecurity affects so many New Yorkers, and the issue is especially felt during the holidays. As part of CBS New York's Season of Giving Better Together campaign, we're partnering with New York Common Pantry to help the most vulnerable residents of our city. CBS 2's Chris Raggi is live at their East Harlem location, where volunteers are hard at work getting food donations boxed up and organized. Good morning, Chris.
Cindy, good morning to you. You talk about an organization doing great work, and for decades now. This started in 1980 here at the New York Common Pantry. They fed about a modest 30 families at the time. Now, almost 10 million meals later, I want you to see what's going on here. All this food, so you see, dried goods and whatnot, all being packaged and ready for delivery today. So you've got containers and containers filled up. Come on into the underbelly of the operation. All of this food has all been packaged as well. 2 truckloads full will be shipped out to some of the community partners. Now I want you to come inside and see what's really going on here at the pantry. So you've got all your dried and canned foods on that side. On this side, it's all about the fresh vegetables and fruits. Almost 40% of everything that goes out is healthy food. So come up here, take a look. We have got onions galore, plantains, mandarins, and then volunteers as far as the eye can see. Where's Jorge? There he is over there. Jorge's talking to a gentleman who I don't recognize. Maurice Duval, one of our volunteers here today. Jorge, let me ask you this. How important is it to not only have volunteers here, but to have all of this fresh fruit to give to your
Incredibly important. Without volunteers, we're not able to do this kind of work. As you can see, we're just packing produce bags now. We have a long line of individuals outside, more than 100, 200, actually probably 200 expected participants, maybe even more. But we're trying to get, trying to utilize our volunteers to make the most.
And you're doing a great job, and we want to thank everybody, including our volunteers and all of the employees here, obviously, who do the real work. But you saw CBS 2's Maurice Dubois here, a number of our other colleagues at CBS 2 here for our Better Together campaign, because as we said, we are better together. Judy Secor is with me right now, and Judy, let me just talk about not only the effort of what you guys do, but this started back in 1980, and as I mentioned, this was just 30 families, and now here we are, almost 10 million meals later. Just talk about the impact on the community and the people of New York as a whole.
Yeah, what we do is essential. Most of our participants couldn't really make their ends meet without us. The meals we provide are important to their family lives, to keeping food on their table. We've been doing this, but we saw such a huge increase during the pandemic. We served 6 million meals prior to the pandemic, 9.3 million last year. We're looking at probably 11 million this year. Inflation has impacted greatly what's been happening. Our numbers are still rising. We're seeing more than we ever did.
It's incredible. You talk about just, the supplies that you have here. We know demand has been difficult. Where do you get your food? Except, obviously you've got volunteers and whatnot, people who donate, but where else?
So we purchase a lot of food. We also do food rescue. So a lot of this produce is from the Hunts Point Market, where we are able to pick up food. And then we also work with a lot of other vendors who donate food to us. Yes, we do food drives during Thanksgiving, especially Christmas, but we give out food all year round. We really need the help all year.
And I was amazed at how many people are lined up already. You're open from 10 to 2, where you can provide these meals and these fresh fruits, rather, for all the people that are lined up. Does that resonate with you? And I guess everybody who works here, when you see that line's going to be around the corner in the next couple of minutes.
Yes, it is. I walked in at 7:45. There were already people lined up. It's a rainy day. You know how much they need the food. As much as we keep reassuring them we're not going to run out of food, we're here for them. People are nervous. You know what it feels like to be hungry. You get anxious, you get nervous. Yes, that's why I do this every day, because I know what the need is.
And how rewarding is it for you to be the executive director of a company? The outreach that you have here and what this place has been doing.
It means everything, and especially now when you see Thanksgiving, the holiday season, you know what we mean to our participants. We provide hope, we provide stability. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Thank you very much for taking the time. Thanks for having us here today. But as you can see, everybody hard at work, and just in the last couple of minutes since we've been here, these racks were bare when we started about 10 minutes ago, and now everybody's hard at work getting all that food ready to get it out to the people who need it most. Cindy?
Chris, thank you very much. You can join our Better Together Season of Giving campaign to help provide families with food on their table this holiday season. Lots of ways to give. We're going to be collecting food on December 17th, but you can give now by scanning the QR code to donate to our virtual food drive. Your donation helps fight food insecurity in the New York area.